Long ago, in a land in the east, a golden fleece hung upon a tree. It shone in the sun. Many men wanted to get it, but they did not dare to go so far and take so many risks. At that time, there was a king in Greece called Essen, who had a little son named Jason. Essen had a brother who was his foe and who wished to kill him. So Essen left his kingdom and hid himself from his brother. Then he took Jason to a strange being called Chiron, who was half a man and half a horse. He had the face, neck, chest, and arms of a man, but he had the body and legs of a horse. Chiron was very wise. He could play the lyre and cure the sick and do many other things, all of which he made Jason do, for they were sure to be of use to him someday. Many of the heroes of Greece had Chiron to bring them up, and he made them all wise and strong. The heroes were all glad to have been pupils of Chiron. At last, Jason went out into the world to see if he could help Essen to get back his throne. Jason had not gone far before he came to a ford, and he was just going to cross it when he saw an old lady who asked for his help. So he took her on his back and waited on, but of course it was very hard for him, and he lost one of his golden shoes in the mire. When they got across, a change came over the old lady. She became tall and handsome, and she told Jason that she was the goddess Juno. She gave him a purse of gold and said that she would help him at any time. Then he came to the city where he had been born, and he saw his uncle, the Bat King, who was Essen's foe. When the uncle saw Jason, he turned pale, for he had been told to beware of a man with only one shoe. To get rid of Jason, his uncle told him that he must go and get the golden fleece and bring it to him. Jason said that he would do so, and he went to a place where there was a talking tree to ask Juno to help him. Juno told Jason to have a ship built of pine wood. She told him also to cut off a branch of the talking tree and to chop it like a face and put it on the forepart of the ship. Jason did so, and the ship was called the Argo. The face could talk too, so Jason used to ask it for advice. Many of the heroes of Greece went with Jason, and for his sake, they had a hard time of it. They saw some huge birds, which dropped brass quills on the deck of the Argo. They saw also rocks that shifted here and there, and dashed together, and, in that way, crushed ships between them. Juno helped the heroes, and they did not take any hurt. At last, the Argo got to the land where the golden fleece was, and Jason went on shore and asked the king for it. The king said that Jason could have the golden fleece, but first he must take to wild bulls, which blew fire from their noses, and tame them. Then he must yield them to a plow and stake out some land. In the land, he had to plant the teeth of huge dragon, and he had to kill the giants that sprang up from the teeth. The princess of that land helped him to do all these things, for she was a witch and she liked Jason. Now, Jason wanted to get the golden fleece, but there was a huge snake under the tree to take care that no one got the fleece. Then the princess mixed some drink for the snake to send it to sleep while Jason got the fleece. The snake was quite tame with the princess and licked her hand when she went up to it. Then she gave it the drink in a basin, and the snake lapped it all up and fell fast asleep. How it did snore, to be sure! Jason, who had been led by the princess to the place, tore the golden fleece down from the tree where it was and bore it to the ship. The princess went too, for she dared not go home after what she had done. So they put off from that shore at once and got back to Greece with their prize.